Hi there, Mark Anderson here, and in this short presentation I'm just going to go through Twitter for beginners. What is it all about? What is Twitter? How can we use it as teachers to help us to learn from each other and share our practice? Well, the first thing we need to do really is find out what Twitter is actually about and what a tweet is and what it looks like and what the information is and so forth and so on. So you'll find most people have got a picture. If you've just signed up for Twitter, you'll have an egg. Highly recommended that you change the egg if you want teachers to engage with you and follow you and what have you. They're quite an untrustworthy bunch, so you might like to just change your picture to something. It doesn't have to be you, but certainly it could be something that represents you in some way, shape or form. You'll see the person's Twitter name and then their person's name. Okay, so the Twitter name is whatever you are at whoever. Okay, and your person's name could be whatever your name is. You could have it as a company name or a school name, anything you want. When you put a link onto Twitter as well, because the number of characters on a tweet is limited, okay, they use a shortening service, and you can choose which one you want to use, but the one that's used most commonly is one called bit.ly, bit.ly. Okay, and you can see that represented by the one pointed to it by number 4. Then you have the body of the actual tweet, the main tweet context. You might see a hashtag, and that's something that starts with a hash symbol and then a word comes after it. Please note, if you are going to do a hashtag, if you put a full stop or any other kind of period in there, punctuation mark, that will break up the hashtag. So just be mindful of that. But what's great about a hashtag is that when you're talking about a specific topic, that topic or that hashtag can then become searchable, and you can find other people that are talking on that topic that you might not be following, and you'll be able to see their tweets as well. So that's the hashtag. You can see when the tweet was actually tweeted. You can favourite it, so you can go back to it easily and what have you, just like you have favourites in your web browser. If you think what the person's got to say is particularly inspiring or useful or kind or whatever, okay, you can retweet that message. And obviously, if you want to correspond with the person or make a comment about the tweet the person's made, you can hit reply. And so that's the essence of what you see when you look at a tweet from somebody on Twitter. So we talked about hashtags before, okay, and hashtags are the things that we can use, like I said, to view conversations on a particular topic very often. So if we look at or think about UK EdChat, which is a Twitter chat that happens every Thursday night in the UK between 8 and 9 PM GMT or BST, depending on the time of the year. And you can just click that hashtag, refresh your screen every minute or so, and you'll see all the new tweets that have come up. And here are some recommendations from someone I know on Twitter, John Tate, who's at Team Tate. And these are some of his ideas about how you can actually enjoy and engage and follow a Twitter chat. So get yourself comfy, grab a drink, get ready to take some notes. You might like to try maybe taking a screenshot if you've got a device that enables you to do that. I find that quite helpful because rather than trying to scurry around and write things down as you take each picture, so it just gets saved to your camera roll or whatever it is that you've got, and you can just refer back to those later on. Don't forget to look through the hashtag itself and just refresh it so that you can update the tweets that you get to see. As I said, there's the UK EdChat, which takes place on Thursdays at 8 PM. There's EdChat, which is Tuesdays at 5 PM. It's a global chat. If you're a member of a leadership team and you want to talk about whole school issues, there's SLT chats. That's on Sundays at 8 PM. Fast and furious is how I describe that. Really engaging there with lots of fantastic practitioners sharing their whole school practice. And then something which is really joyous and joyful is Pedagogue Friday. Every Friday all day, teachers tweet their best thing, their best moments from the week. And it's a really nice way to end the week, searching through that hashtag and seeing some of the amazing things, the best things that have been happening in teachers' classrooms across the world on Twitter. If you're looking for things a bit more specific to your subject area, then there's things like literacy chat and English lesson chat and SEN chat and so forth and so on. Thanks again to John for putting these together. The full infographic can be found on his website, edutate.com, edutait.com. And that's the main sort of different chats that you can see and find on Twitter. And there are lots more. If you can follow at Cybraryman, CY Brewery Man. He's done an infographic with literally hundreds of different specialist Twitter chats that happen all over the globe. Whatever you're into as an education professional, there's something there for you. There's a reason why people say Twitter is the best CPD ever. It's because it is. So really do try and get engaged with it. So, what happens if you miss it? Well, you can always search the hashtag for up to 7 days afterwards. And actually, if you go through it afterwards or during, it's a great way of broadening your personal or professional learning network by following some of the top people contributing on the chats. Lots of the chat organisers as well curate the top tweets and what have you into a little blog post afterwards, and many use the Storify website to curate all the tweets, so they're all there. So as you saw before, or if you missed it, but the hashtag only lasts for 7 days, and so any tweets sort of tweeted on the hashtag and will not be visible when you search on that hashtag after 7 days have passed. So things like Storify really are very, very useful so that you can actually see them later on. So one final thing, if you want to join in a conversation, and don't feel like you have to, because you might feel a bit nervous and what have you, don't worry that you haven't got anything to actually say and contribute, because I bet you what, I'm sure you have. But make sure, if you do want to tweet in the conversation, use the hashtag in your tweet as well. And be mindful of the fact that it will take up some of the characters as well, because remember, the tweet isn't very long. So that's your little introduction to Twitter. My name's Mark Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter, funnily enough, at ICT Evangelist, and you can catch up at the things that I'm up to on my blog, www.ictevangelist.com. Thanks!